late to the TWAB guys this week in Destiny 9/19/2024. They're looking through new dev insight next week. Improve rewards for Nightfall's lost sectors. Let's talk about power increases. The preview of the next big abilities update. Nerfed LMTD Ace of Spades Blaster early access. Our first art show is a success. Bungie Foundation TwitchCon, chill out with us in orbit. Save the date. Next week's dev insight. We're going to talk more about Codename Frontiers, guys. So on September 25th, they'll have some new articles about Frontiers. There's some updates with Nightfalls and Lost Sector rewards. Drop chances for non-adept weapons have been increased in Advanced, Expert, and Master Nightfalls when earning Platinum and Gold tier upon completion. With this change, non-adept Nightfall weapons are now guaranteed to drop when completing a Platinum run and a Master Nightfall, and 50% of the chance to drop if it's a Gold completion. In addition, adept weapon drops from Grandmaster Nightfalls have been slightly increased when getting Gold completions, although Platinum remains the best course of action for earning guarantees for the drop. Nightfall focusing. Zavala's focus decoding has also received a minor update to regard of Nightfall weapons. This weekly featured Nightfall weapon, the adept version said weapon have been moved to the feature category with updated cost. Weekly featured Nightfall weapon, 1 Vanguard Engram, 1 Nightfall Cipher. Weekly featured adept Nightfall weapon, 1 Vanguard Engram, 50,000 Glimmer, 10 Nightfall Ciphers. I see. You can buy them now, or what? Lost Sector rewards. Finally starting in Revenant, the world pool weapons will be farmable in Lost Sectors. The very season they are added in the game. Previously, players had to wait until the next season or the episode launched to obtain these this way. So, yeah, we got some weapons that are coming in Lost Sectors, guys. Lost Sector weapon availability will continue to rotate daily. The table below showing the rotation for Revenant. Oh, they got some secret weapons, huh? Redacted. Controlling Vision, Crux Termination, Parabellum, Domino. We have most of those. Power band increasing next episode, guys. The power level will be increasing. Now, our power systems experts take to the room to share an update on the power band increases in Revenant. Hey, y'all. The final shape, we introduced a wonderful feature called Fire Team Power with the goal of making it so friends could always play together no matter what their power levels are. We've been very happy with Fire Team Power, and now it's removed the power barrier that was previously preventing players of different engagement levels from playing together. With this improvement in place, we are revisiting some of the previous decisions that sought out to achieve the same goal, namely power band increases. Before Lightfall expansion, increasing power caps by 10 each season provide new goals for in-game players to aspire to, and added value to completing pinnacle activities such as raids and dungeons. Fire Team Power will still be there so friends can always play together, even if some players choose not to pursue the new power caps. Starting October 8th with Revenant, and again in the next episode, we'll be increasing power caps by 10 to return that pursuit to end-game players, and resulting power bands in Revenant will be Power 4 floor is 1900, soft cap is 1950, powerful cap is 2000, hard cap, pinnacle cap will be 2010. And yeah, they're increasing the power level. A little update for you guys. Titans Week in Destiny. Last but not least, our sandbox team has a hefty update on abilities. We focus on Titans, but remember, all of our Guardians are perfect, equally loved, whether they wear shoulder pads in the size of the stadium, Glimmer that you know is lost forever, or Lecture the Vex portals on Europa. Howdy folks, combat gameplay team here. We preview of what to expect with the launch of Revenant. It's been a minute since our last article back in May, and since then we've seen the launch of prismatic subclasses, which systematically shifted the sandbox landscape from multiple warlock buddies to a diamond lances. As far as we can see by the eye, we've been extremely pleased to watch players push prismatic to the limits as they combine gameplay items in ways that weren't possible before the final shape. Now the prismatic subclasses have had time to settle. We're making some adjustments. We've collected a mixture of player feedback, game data, and about abilities across the sandbox. And now we have a slew of ability changes coming for both prismatic and non-prismatic subclasses alike. Alright, this will all come in the Revenant. Today we're going to focus on Titan class identity reinforcement, super ability changes, general ability tuning. Titans are bulwarks of their fire team. They live and die on the front line of battle, backing out of orders while never backing down from an encounter. Titans wield defensive staples like barricades, stasis crystals with practice ease. They specialize in doing out life-saving buffs like Void over Shield, Woven Mail to grateful fire teams. They throw a mean right hook to boot, but Titans deserve a class identity that's more than the sum of its fists. We've heard your cries for more depth for Titan gameplay and more viability and high-tier endgame content, and we agree with you. Titans have so much more to give than mere blunt force trauma. They're frontline damage mitigators and battlefield commanders. Now we don't want to take that away from the replace what the Titan already has. Instead, we want to find a non-destructive ways to add depth to the Titan's kit. These kinds of shifts take time, but we're starting down the road in Revenant. Starting with Revenant, we're testing the change to barricades and other shields that will give the Titan more traditional tank role. Titan barricade now taunts enemies in front of the barricade. This taunt only occurs while there is a player standing behind the barricade. This is a substantial change for Titans and Destiny. For the first time, Titan players can use their defensive ability to draw enemies' fire, thereby shielding their fire team from harm. Titan's Unbreakable Shield and Sentinel Shield Guard also taunts enemies, allowing you to become a mobile aggro magnet. If this change plays well, we're hoping to add functionality more of the Titan's defense abilities such as Ward of Dawn in the future. While enemies will typically prioritize bringing down the barricade above all else, there are combat situations where they have higher priorities than the barricade, such as Vex Wyvern with their directive march toward the Conflux, or the Cabal Legionary, just desperately trying to bring down the Guardian in their super. The barricade taunt doesn't turn enemies into mindless zombies, and enemies who are in the mission may prioritize that mission over the barricade. But the general rank and file enemies you see in activities from patrol to raids, this has been quite fun playtest. One important detail about this change is commands now shoot at the barricade itself instead of the guardians behind the barricade, making aiming at enemies from behind your barricade safer than ever. We'll be monitoring the change closely. Blah, blah, blah. Towering Barricade and Rally Barricade, all subclasses reduce non-base combatant damage dealt to barricade by 50%. Increased splash damage reduction from combatants for players behind the barricade by 20% to 60%. Barricades now grant moderate damage resistance versus combatants during a cast animation. Unbreakable. During damage blocked by Unbreakable now generates grenade energy. Increased max duration of a shield can be held. Forward movement speed now allows briefly when the shield is shot. Reduced Unbreakable's throw attack damage versus players by 20%. Increased damage bleed through from players by 15%. Fully charged Unbreakable attacks will now one-shot barricade PvP except when the barricade is under effects of Heart of Immos Light. Void over Shield. Increase Void over Shield and PvE damage resistance from 50 to 70%. This increases the maximum effective HP from 90 to 150. I think that's really good. Prismatic Titan, guys. Scorch and Slam waves now shatter stasis crystals. Diamond Lance thrown or slammed diamond lances will now shatter stasis crystals. Slamming a diamond lance will grant you nearby allies 2 stacks of frost armor. Change the weapon tray HUD to display how many seconds are remaining before the diamond lance disappears like a tangle. Knockout melee kills now cancel health and shield stun, in addition in healing, allowing you to immediately start regenerating. This is a revert of the previous nerf we had to it, much of a negative impact on PvE. Shiver Strike now attaches to stasis explosive to target on impact. The detonation slows players and freezes combatants. Now refunds 80% melee energy on whiff. Increase energy recharge rate by 12.5% immediately after landing a Shiver Strike attack. Attacker's melee ability is now suppressed for 0.5 seconds. Prismatic Titan, only option we know that felt the nerf was the most fastest of the command's cooldowns. Move to 11 seconds. We agree that 11 seconds feels too long. Passive Echo diminishing cooldown reduced from 11 seconds to 4 seconds. Titan underpowered melee. Increased damage against PvE against players by 5%. Increased damage against PvE combatants by 20%. Increased stun multiplier. Okay, we got Warlock. Storm Trance, guys. This is a cool picture. I want to download that. Looks like the Statue of Liberty. Increased damage resistance from 53% to 58%. That's pretty good. Chaos Reach. Increased damage resistance from 45% to 55%. Fix an issue where Chaos Reach would not jolt at high frame rates. Fix an issue where Chaos Reach would not go through Sentinels, Guard, or Titan. That guy is spelled Titan wrong. Nova Warp. Increased PvE damage by 20%. Increased damage resistance from 51% to 58%. Ooh, Nova Warp might be good. Now any Nova Warp detonation applies Volatile regardless of charge duration. That's good. Okay, we got Hunter, Golden Gun, Marksman, and Deadshot. Increased damage against base, elite, mini-boss combatants by 30%. Spectral Blades. Increased PvE damage by 20%. Increased damage resistance from 47% to 58%. Dang. Titan. So Spectral Blades might be good again, guys. Glacial Quake. How the storm can be used while Glacial Quake is active. Twilight Arsenal. Thrown axe projectiles now more consistently tracked towards targets closer to the reticle. Increased Twilight Arsenal's axe relic weapon damage versus combatants 23%. Thunder Crash. Increased base detonation damage by 33%. Dang. Fist of Havoc. Increased damage resistance from 51% to 58%. Changed how the light attack works under the hood to improve consistency in hitting targets. Slightly increased light attack lunge and ability to target enemies vertically. For Act 2 Revenant, we're investigating increasing roaming supers uptime so they're more often available when you need them. Stay tuned for that. Thank you. This is a cool picture too. I'm gonna download all these pictures. Lightning Surge. The Warlock casting Lightning Surge now has 50% damage resistance versus Titan Barricades during lunge. Casting Lightning Surge now also makes you amplified. Dang. Alright, got the Hellfire Spike Prismatic Grenade. Added projectile tracking and aim assist to increase consistency in hitting targets. Yeah, that thing never hits targets. It's kind of trash. In PvE it's good, but PvP trash. Dreaded Spectre. Increased detonation damage against PvE commands by 33%. Wow. Swarm Grenade. Swarm Grenade submutations are now easier for players to shoot down. That's good. Swarm Grenade submutations can now chain detonate other submutations when destroyed. Oh, that's so much better to shoot them. PvE side, the Hunter's combination blow melee particularly has been a little too hot, so we're making some changes. They're nerfing it. Rescaled healing from the flat 80 to 180 per base kill stack, or whatever. No longer clears health and shield stun on kill. Remove the 1.5 second initial cooldown on healing. Alright guys, that's pretty much gonna do it. You got the Ace of Spades nerf. We got, what is this? Destiny's first art show is right here. I should have went, guys. You can take a look real quick. Destiny's first art show. If you guys want to let me know if you guys want to see a video on this. You can check it out or something. There's the emblem. I already made a video on a lot of these emblems. Skywatch increased enemy density. Solstice Forge. Artist of the week. Look at A-Tracks. Dude, that's sick. I'm downloading that. That's going to do it, guys. Another week, another Twid that goes by. We hope you enjoyed the first peek into our plans and updates coming with the launch of Revenant. We have a ton more to reveal before October 8th. Next week, we'll share a bit more about the new dungeon, about the new artifact perks, what changes we have planned for PvP, new rewards in the coming weeks. Be patient while we gather the info. So thank you all, Destiny community. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you all for watching. Some big changes coming, especially for the Titan. Have a good one, guys.